Hi, you're interested in keto diet? Great. Keto is an excellent choice to use at BionicGym. Now, I think most people know that diet by itself, long term, tends to fail. You either need to increase your fitness levels or do some exercise every single day for the rest of your life. Okay, because maintaining a diet for the rest of your life is difficult. And it's much easier to change your body, to change your metabolism, to change your hormonal status. But to rapidly lose weight, you want a diet and you want to exercise. Okay? The keto diet is particularly good, and particularly good with BionicGym. And the reasons for this I will go into. But first of all, regardless of the type of diet you're into, what can BionicGym do? Well, it can build up hours and hours of exercise. When people start exercising, they tend to eat a little bit more, and this negates the first 2 or 3 hours of exercise per week. So you need to be doing a lot more than that in order to be burning calories and bring the weight down. With BionicGym, you can do 2 or 3 hours in an evening, every evening, evening after evening. You watch TV, you play video games, you could be doing the wash-up. Me, I use it at work, so I can be typing away at low levels. So by low levels, I mean something like what I'm using it now. This is just, it's equivalent to walking. So for me, this isn't exercise per se, but it is burning calories. It's not vigorous exercise, it won't get me sweaty or breathless, but it will burn calories, and in particular sugar. We'll come back to that. So the second way is, so just build up the hours of exercise. If it's burning an extra maybe 200 calories per hour, and you do this for 5 hours a day, day after day, this really builds up, okay? The second thing is fitness. So you can increase intensity and get your heart rate racing. You can become breathless, you can become sweating. For some people, we need to build up the muscle structures first. The muscle's capacity to burn oxygen and to produce carbon dioxide before they really get the full effect of kind of the heart racing and the sweating and the breathlessness. This can take 2 to 3 weeks, daily usage for some people. Okay, it's best as well at high levels to use it standing, but at medium levels and at low levels, you can do it sitting, legs out, lying down, whatever. So when you build up your fitness levels, this changes your hormones and changes your muscles, and you're more likely to be burning calories just by being alive. Okay, so that's great as well. But why keto in particular? Well, keto is particularly favoured by us because in a keto state, it's a low carbohydrate state, okay? And basically people start burning fat, producing ketones in a particular metabolic pathway. This pathway becomes active when people become depleted in carbohydrate. Generally, glycogen reserves, they're kind of reserves of a type of sugar that are in your muscles and in your liver and around the place. So you reduce your carbohydrate level. But why does BionicGym do this for you? BionicGym does it because preferentially it burns glucose or sugar, okay? So when you just go for a walk, ordinarily without BionicGym on, you're going for a walk, you'll be burning mainly fat, and this does not dig deep into your carbohydrate reserve. This is one of the reasons why many people it takes some days, sometimes even a week, to get into the keto state, even if they've been doing a little bit of walking. Okay? The second thing is, the reason for this kind of glucose-hungry nature is that we stimulate particularly large muscle fibers. Sometimes these muscle fibers aren't actually utilized in your everyday life. So we train a different type of muscle fiber as well and give you the metabolic benefits of that. These muscle fibers tend to be very big muscle fibers, and they're really sugar hungry, carbohydrate hungry. So what this means is you get into keto, but you can get into keto a lot quicker by slapping on BionicGym, press up the intensity, and in a couple of hours you're in keto, depending upon your fitness levels and your glycogen store levels. The second thing is, if you get out of keto, Now, I know people find this really frustrating. There they are, they're in keto for a week, and then they eat a sandwich or someone gives them a biscuit, and all of a sudden it seems that they're out of keto. So what that means is you don't have to wait days to go back into keto or anything like that. You just need to slap on BionicGym and it will start gobbling up those sugars really quickly. And that, lo and behold, you're back in keto. You can check this out with breath tests or blood tests or urine tests. You know, the ketones are there, the ketones of keto. So that's a really good body hack with BionicGym. So A, just use it for many hours. B, use it high intensity sometimes in order to just train and get cardiovascularly fit. And then thirdly, it can get you into keto quicker and maintain you there quicker. There are a couple of caveats, of course. Firstly, if you have a medical issue or a medical problem, before engaging in any vigorous exercise, you should check it out with your doctor of exercise of any sort. The second thing is, if you're in keto, some people find it much more difficult to exercise. And that's true, because you've depleted a lot of your glycogen reserves, a lot of your sugar reserves. And this is the body's kind of natural way to do certain types of exercise. You will also find this with BionicGym. And this is a good thing. We will train you to train what we call metabolic flexibility. So your metabolic flexibility is kind of how easily you can utilize different energy sources for your different sources, you know, whether it's fat or carbohydrates, as your fuel. This flexibility is really good and it can be trained as well. So with BionicGym, it's really the conversion of fat into carbon dioxide and water and that we're after, but it goes through sugars. And so you take your fat and you convert it into sugar and ATP, which is like a currency in the body, a currency of energy for the body. So you take your fats and it's really the rate at which these can be converted. And as you need to convert at high levels, it's the viscerally active fat will be the ones that are most active, almost by definition. And happily, these are around your belly. So these are around your belly area, they clog up the organs. We want to get rid of them by and large. And this fat, which will be utilised most rapidly in this type of circumstance. So that's really good and it's a nice body hack. And again, I'm sure you've noticed I have this on at low intensity here. It's easy. I can increase intensity and I become breathless. So these are body hacks specifically for people who like a keto diet. It's very effective. Do try it out. Thank you indeed.